have all done our bit. Some of you prayed to God, to Mother Mary, to Jesus. Some of you meditated and manifested. Some of you went out and literally worked with the winds to calm the hurricanes. And so, just so you know, we all were one conscious heartbeat, creating peace and calm for Hurricane Milton, but many of us also did it for Hurricane Kirk, in terms of holding the space. So that's an egregore. So the very egregore that's kept us oppressed for thousands of years by the 1%, we did it in Australia when there was the wildfires, and now we've just done it for Hurricane Milton. I'm seeing a lot of American TikTokers really excited that they've done it. I'm going to invite you to not be arrogant. Don't feed your ego. Because I was talking to Andromeda Flame, and we both agreed that we placed the request to the universe, and the universe did its bit. When the Native Americans would request rain, they requested rain from the Great Spirit. When we as a people requested for the hurricane, we prayed, we meditated, we manifested, and we worked with the elements. We actually went out and worked with the sky, the winds, the rivers. The request was manifested into play. And because we all had the one heartbeat, that beat is one for one desire, don't feed your ego. Successful. But I caution you against arrogance. Don't feed your ego. That is going to be a problem. This is something you all have to master. Okay? This is very serious. Moving forward, there's a lot more work to be done, because this was a baby exercise. Believe it or not, this was a baby exercise. It was, and it's fantastic. But it must continue, because the 1% control the weather, and you know that. Let's not play games. Okay? They've done all kinds of fuckery for a long, long time, and we've allowed it because we were apathetic as a people. Now we're finally moving as one. If this TikTok ban happens, which it looks like it might actually pass, when we hear of these disasters, let's all assume that we're on the same desire to stop it. In other words, let's all assume that we all are on all hands on deck. Because if Kamala comes in, and this is not, I'm not kidding, okay? I don't give a shit who you vote for at this point. I don't give a shit. But she has made it quite clear that she will ban free speech. Okay? No joke. Misinformation, aka free speech. Bye-bye. Okay, so with that said, when this happens again, because mark my word, they're going to pull some fuckery again, then we need to all just assume that we're on the same page. Don't look for us on the internet. Don't look for a group that's going to tell you what to do. You know what to do now. Okay? This was the training. We might have a couple things happening this year. I hope not, to be honest. I hope not at all. And we can actually manifest it, nothing happening. But if lights go off, the switch on TikTok and other social media is switched off, and we know some shit's happening, let's all move into action to dissolve and to redirect the energy for the greater good of everyone on the planet. Let's just assume we're on the same page. And let's not think that we are above anyone else. Because there are a lot of people that prayed that don't believe in any other things I'm discussing. In fact, they don't believe in any of it. A lot of people that prayed that don't believe in any other things I'm discussing. In fact, they don't believe in any of the shit I'm talking. And because that's a truth, was for this not to destroy human beings, properties, animals, and actually the planet, parts of the planet. So that's a win-win. That's like so exciting to me. So good job in all of us coming together and having the same desire for the greater good of all. So it just showed us that it really doesn't matter who you follow. You want to follow, Orthodox teachings, God bless you. You want to follow spirituality, God bless you. You want to be Muslim and you're doing this, God bless you. You're Jewish, you're Buddhist, You're Wicca. God bless you. As long as we're on the same page that we want good and abundance for everyone, we're on the right track. So we've just seen in action multiple things and self-realize the fact that though we may not agree, we can agree on certain birthrights for everyone, right? And I think that's an exciting ascension piece for all of us as a people who actually stepped in and decided, yeah, we're not going to be apathetic. We're doing something. Let's just, what do we have to lose? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but let's do it. And we all did it. Many of us did it. Probably a massive number of, I say this laughingly, maybe 100,000 of us did it. I was talking to Andromeda and she agreed. She was like, yeah, 100,000. I think that was the number she came up with, actually. And I was like, 100,000, holy fuck, yeah. So what does that tell you out of 8 billion people? We don't need that many people to join in the collective desires that are for the greater good. Isn't that exciting? I think that's exciting. That's like, wow, we don't need anyone. We don't need 8 billion people. We don't even need 1 million people. I saw a mama with her little boy, he must have been like 9, on the ground, feet on the ground, their house right behind them, working with the winds, working with the energies. And her daughter, apparently, she said later on, was like right there doing it inside the house, watching them, like mimicking them. And so, I don't know what her religious beliefs were. I just know that she was doing some Tai Chi moves with her hands, working with the energies of the winds and the rivers and the waters. Many of us are going to go by riverbeds, and there's a place I'm going to go on a hike to where there's, believe it or not, out in the middle of nowhere, a statue of Archangel Gabriel. You can't make this shit up. And I'm going to go there and give him an offering of flowers, a thank you. And I will also give my thanks to the rivers and to the sky and to the winds and to God and to Yeshua, Mary Magdalene, and Krishna, Radha, all of them, the bodhisattvas. Because I believe in all of them and I love all of them and all of them love us. But for those of you who only believe in one thing, there's no denigration. I love you because you guys actually didn't give a shit what these other people were in Florida, in Portugal, in France, and Spain. You didn't care what color they were. You didn't care what religion they followed. You didn't care what their political beliefs were. You only cared that this was wrong and this needed to be stopped. This was an unfairness, an injustice that needed to be dissolved. That's beautiful. That's ascension. We're ascending. Okay? So if we no longer can communicate like this, okay, because, if for some reason this is allowed by the majority through how they vote, okay, because most people vote out of fear, not out of fucking heart. Very, you know what I mean? But we just saw what we are able to do in the kind of egregore, and we created an egregore in hours. Egregore. Look up my other video. I'll have it on YouTube. You'll see it on egregores. It's very important you understand that because it's the very thing that brought us to enslavement, various phases of enslavement throughout the thousands of years that the 1% had control over us. Okay? And so this egregore, there are multiple types of egregore. We actually were able to manifest an egregore in hours. That's pretty fucking, it's pretty amazing. But dissolve your arrogance. If any of you are feeling, yeah, we're badass. No, we're loving, we're good, we're humble. We realize that we placed a request with energy work, and the one of 1,000 names, the one who created us all, answered the call. Let's never forget, okay? Manifesting is placing your request. And the powers that be, the light beings, the one, the creator, saying, yes, your heart is in the right place. Yes, this is one of the things you are supposed to experience. And so, yes, we will give you your desire because that desire was given to you before you were born. And the thing you desire, not everyone else desires. Could be writing a book, traveling, marrying someone, your beloved, whatever, however. And that's what's amazing to me about what we just saw happen. And so we are the co-creators. And it doesn't matter who you follow. And it doesn't matter your political beliefs. And so if we could keep unifying our hearts for the greater good, there's no doubt that the new earth is going to speed up its pace. It will meet us as we walk towards it. Does that make sense? It's pretty exciting, actually. A request for the greater good, yes. So I just wanted to step on there. I'll upload it on TikTok and YouTube, only because I really want to congratulate your hearts and give thanks to the Creator, to the elements. And some of us have what you might call a hodgepodge of beliefs, mostly because it feels like an album, a family album of incarnations. What does that mean? It means in one life I was Buddhist, and so I have Buddha, and I remember Buddha with fondness because I got a lot of peace in my meditations. In one incarnation, many incarnations, as a matter of fact, I believed in Mother Mary and Yeshua and Joseph and Mother Mary of Magdalene. And so in my photo album of incarnations, I have incredible warmth and love for them. And in some incarnations, I was Hindu, and I believed in Krishna and Radha. I believed in Lakshmi and Ganesh and so forth. And I have this photo album of beliefs. In one incarnation, I was Native American, and I believed in Father Sun and Grandmother Moon and Grandfather Sky, or however you say it, and the winds and the trees, and my connection with the elements, and the bison and the wolf and the bear and the eagle and the hawk and the owl. In some incarnations, I was a druidess, and I have a photo album of my incarnations, and I have such a connection with what I believed and names I've forgotten, and yet these images come to me. In one incarnation, I was Chinese, and I had an incredible connection with Taoism, and I believed in my ancestors, and my photo album is so rich with these memories of images, memories. It's like so full. How can I reject any of these memories in my heart? And for those of you who cling to the one and only the one, I don't shame you, nor do I think you're ignorant. I'm just saying that respect my path the way I respect yours. And let's put aside our differences in how we pray, how we meditate, how we manifest. Let's put that aside and respect the fact that we all did it together. Not one method was better than the other. Not one. Okay? All right, my loves. Exactly, just love. And that was it. And if we can remember that as we cross these bridges, these rivers into ascension, we'll be just fine. Okay? All right, my loves. I'm going to keep it short, sending you so much love, and I will talk to you soon. Namaste. Be well.